Hello, it's Sharon at Eastridge Pottery, and I'm going to be glazing this plate rim in key lime. And key lime is a Coyote Celadon glaze, and it looks like this bottom glaze. It's a really pretty translucent glaze that will have this black slip trailing show through it. So I love to choose that as a glaze for showing off carving, slip trailing, any surface texture. It's a great choice. The inside of this plate is, what did I put on there? Amethyst. So it looks really pretty with the amethyst. I'd like it to overlap a little bit in here. So I'm gonna hold the plate at a pretty good angle and start in here and let it flow out. So this is key lime. I have a large bucket of it because I like it and go through it. And I've already mixed it with the drill bit mixer, and I'm just making sure I mix it before each use because this particular glaze tends to settle quickly in the bucket. And so I just make sure I mix it up in between right before using it. Make sure I get all those good heavy particles up into the glaze. So I'm going to use a small cup that has corners and a handle. And I'm going to hold this at a nice straight angle so it doesn't go on the bottom of the plate, just the edge. And I'm going to pour. I go kind of slow because I want it to dry a little bit along the way so I can put my hands on it. Now I'm going to go around again, but because it settles quickly while this is dripping, I'm going to give it another stir before I use it again, because it really does settle quickly. And I'm going to try to start without. Actually, I'm going to overlap that line so I don't have a line. You kind of have to be a little bit of a contortionist with your arms. That's it. Now if I can, hold it up there. Okay. All right. So the rim of this piece is not going to be the key lime. So I am now going to take a very large wet sponge and just clean off the rim. And then I'll let it dry until tomorrow. And I'll glaze the bottom and the rim tomorrow. And those are going to be orchid satin. So I really want all the translucent glaze off of the rim because I want the satin to be satin, not shiny. And people often ask me, how do I get such a clean line on my rims? This is how I do it. Just come in with the brush is, the sponge is fairly stiff. There you go. And then I let it dry till tomorrow. I'll do the rim and the bottom tomorrow. You can see it's going to be a nice straight line on the rim. And I'll clean this off. Here's how I do that. A little bit got in the middle where I don't want it. So I come in with an X-Acto, kind of an X-Acto, and I really gently just scrape off the stuff I don't want. This you want to be careful. You don't want to take the inside glaze off. I might go around here and come in and take some off. This is a little bit of OCD kicking in. Come in and just scrape away. You have to have a really gentle touch to do this. I don't want to take away the amethyst glaze. I only want to take away the key lime that's sitting on top of it unevenly. And you kind of have to work quickly when you do this. It comes off nicer when it's a little bit damp than when it's dry. If it's dry already, then you're likely to take both layers off, which I don't want to do. And then I'll knock these crumbles off into a bucket of water so that it's easier to clean up later. I'm not breathing this stuff in. So this is just how I do it. I'm sure there's 1,000 different ways to do the same thing. All right. Happy glazing. Bye.